Taking care of our own health is an integral part of our lives. Someone do this with the achievement of modern pharmaceuticals. Someone carefully selects the food. And someone finds this help in a variety of wellness techniques. There is huge amount of them in the world, starting from regular morning exercises to complex systems proposed by Eastern medicine. It might surprise you, but here in Kazakhstan we have our own gym, which is able to perform miracles. It was developed by our compatriot who has long stayed away from home, but he came back. He returned to make his gym give people health. His gym is named AIKUNE. Abay Magambetov is the hero of our program. When you discovered your healing abilities, you went to Russia. Why there?
It so happened that at the time when I went to Russia, I worked for 6 months in Barnaul, in the Altai Association of Healers, and then 6 months in Moscow. At that time, in Kazakhstan, I did not get what I wanted as a healer. In this period, I am in particular town, in a single clinic, with my own work, by my attitude to the profession, was caused them with some respect. I knew that I need to do so. But at the time, it was 1996, the fusion of traditional ancient medicine and orthodox was weak in Kazakhstan. But it was developed in Russia. So of course I went to Russia and I got what I wanted for a year. I returned to Kazakhstan in 1997, a very different person and of course the more powerful as a healer.
So, how did you get this idea?
As a healer, I have possibilities on a subconscious level to know what the resources of human are. If the body has a specific resource, the healer can adjust the body so that this resource will work. In operation from 1992 to 1998, I have seen thousands of cases in which terminally ill recovered.
For me, as for Asian man, it is easy and free to work in Russia. Asian people can make serious things, precisely Asians. And since ancient times, Asia has implemented a lot of in modern medicine. So I used the developments, enjoyed the fact that some opinion has already formed, that Asian treat good. Asian means he knows what he needs to do.
Уже сложилось, да, некое мнение. Азиат, значит, хорошо лечит. Азиат, значит, он знает, что надо делать.
In 2010, that I have once again come to Russia, I accidentally hit in the center for the first time in the matter that I have a backache. I had problems with my back and I had no idea what to do. Yoga didn't help. But after the first hour, when I sat for an hour in that position with curved spine, it is the main base position. I then got up and walked out of the room and I knew that I was walking absolutely straight with uncurled shoulders. I breathed freely and I realized that it is necessary to try on, and I continued learning. Later, I worked as an instructor in Moscow Center and then I went to India. In India, I worked for the hotel management and at the same time involved in gymnastics AIKUNE with guests. Here, the result is visible immediately.
In general, I thought myself about the creation of the Kazakh gymnastics a few years ago. Because there are Tsegun, Tai Chi, Yoga, why there is no Kazakh gymnastics? I thought about it and accidentally met Abayamshi, and I liked his ideas, his goals he has set for himself. That is a healthy nation, and we have found common ground together, and so here we move forward, work together in the partnership.
So, what is AIKUNE? Is that fitness training or medical science or meditation or something mystical? What is that?
Talking about AIKUNE, it is doctrine in broad terms. It is philosophy, essential secular teaching. It allows a person to use what he has. I divided the system of teaching AIKUNE into 8 stages. The first step is working with the body. There are more than 600 muscles in our body. I developed an exercise for each muscle. Our body has more than 200 bones. Bones are connected to each other in certain ways. There are more rigid connections and soft joints. I developed separate complexes of each connection and each joint. There are kilometers of ligaments, and I developed exercises for all of them. There are miles of vessels, the same at all vessels. There are bodies. I worked all of organs. So more than 1,500 of exercise designed to allow routine maintenance of the body. There is exercise for any part of the body to produce results. Each of exercise has named of Kazakh tribe or race. Every tribe has own coat of arms, tamba. It turns out the links. Tamba name exercise, and they create a kind of integrity. It means everyone can find what they needs in the AIKUNE teaching.
Именно вот казахская гимнастика, новый вид спорта, новая система оздоровления
For Kazakhs, gymnastics is a new sport, a new system of healing, and it will unite our relatives abroad or overseas. And in general, I learned that it is possible to combine whole Turkic world in cultural way. It creates a new sport, a new system of healing. We can say ready philosophy. And of course, I understand that it's his mission, that he can't live without it. He wants to give a new system of improvement to the people of the world.
Это действительно он хочет жителям планеты дать новую систему оздоровления.
So can AIKUNE heal the hopeless diseases that traditional medicine cannot cure?
Если, скажем, перечислить те заболевания, которые, к сожалению, современная наука, медицинская наука не в состоянии
To list the diseases that medical science is not available to handle, unfortunately, it is probably include such problems as epilepsy, cerebral palsy, intervertebral hernia, launched asthma. To deal with this scourge is possible if to work with the patients in 2 ways. Suppose with the multiple intervertebral hernia, more than 10 mm, due to the internal work of scrubbing the spine. We created a recovery environment and making the regeneration of tissues and intervertebral disc will restore and the problem solved. If we have a curvature of the spine at 4 grades, then there are 2 options.
Пациент сам работает, и он выравнивает грудную клетку, либо с ним работают, давая ему
Is the person to work alone with a lie in the chest? Or second way, other people worked with him, giving him a set of passive gymnastics action and get a result as well. If there are some inherent problems, such as cerebral palsy, epilepsy or other disorders, maybe the brain, then possible to work by himself or with older men. Or to use a passive gymnastics AIKUNE, it is possible to restore the child. The ability of the body to update or restore there is. This opportunity needs to run than we're doing.
Занимаясь определенное количество времени, там, до часу, по 10, 15, 20, 30 минут в день, сколько вы можете позволить.
To do in trainings a certain amount of time from 10, 5, 30 minutes to an hour per day. Anyhow you can afford, you can see the result immediately. That is, even in own body, I understand that the result is visible at once and it can be maintained for a long time. The concept of gymnastics AIKUNE, even we move away from exercise and return to the spiritual theme, I really like that there is no decoupling with the religion you believe. That is, you can be anyone, Afro, white, you're doing your body, you're doing yourself, establish contact with the body. In general, that I have not met any other methods that would help me to make contact with the body in such a short time and achieve any results in such a short time.
Достичь таких результатов за такое короткое время.
So, what are the concrete results of your success? I mean, the success of AIKUNE.
The gym was born in 1998. It was September 29, and after 3 months, December 29, I received a review from the academician Kaznachev in Novosibirsk academic city. The second, in 2005, the gym has been tasted in St. Petersburg Medical Academy and in Health Committee of St. Petersburg, and AIKUNE recognized as a method of exercise therapy.
Я уже в 2003 получил второй патент, в 2002 первый.
In 2003, I received a second patent and 2 reviews from Novosibirsk and St. Petersburg. Also 2 patents in medicine and healthcare. Also, in the same 2005, the Congress of Medical Rehabilitation was held in Athens, and after the AIKUNE report was presented, representatives of the CIS countries, leading rehabilitation specialists, candidates of science, they were at standing ovation. It means the gymnastics got an official recognition at the CIS level.
So, after all these years of success in Russia, you decided to come back home. Why? And have you any worries about coming here? I mean that you need to start your business from beginning.
Ну, скажем, даже тогда, когда я уезжал в Россию, я это делал с одной стороны.
Even when I went to Russia, I did it because the situation was such that and demand on similar technology was there, but at the same time I acted on instinct.
Но в то же время больше действовал, наверное, по наитию. Я понимал, что нужно ехать куда-то, где система будет развиваться.
I understood that I had to go somewhere to develop the system. Without much thinking, I went from Kazakhstan to Russia.
Это был мой выбор уехать из страны и жить в той стране, где мои изобретения они будут востребованы и будет создана среда.
When he arrived in Kazakhstan, he improved his invention immediately. He said that all this is science, and everything is ready. There are results, that tens of thousands of people have received the results in the health, that tens of thousands of people were engaged in Russia. There are about 400 followers, disciples of the system, and it is ready now to develop in the world, and he still decided to start with Kazakhstan. Because the home of gymnastics is still in Kazakhstan.
Вы мне предлагаете отказаться от своего родного казахского гражданства. Я никогда не менял гражданство, это было принципиально. Вот. И, конечно же, я уезжал с тем, чтобы вернуться, но вернуться победителем.
И также, когда надо было вернуться в Казахстан, я с 2004 года по 2010 год, в течение 6 лет, пытался...
From 2004 to 2010, in the next 6 years, I tried to return to Kazakhstan, but did not find the point of intersection. And in 2010, I understood that gymnastics come to the international arena and it needs a Kazakh component. If the gymnastics name comes from Kazakh people, why Kazakhstanis do not know about?
Когда он приехал в Казахстан, он сразу улучшил свои изобретения. Он говорил, что все, научно это все подготовлено, результаты есть. Десятки тысяч людей получили результаты по здоровью, десятки тысяч человек занимались в России. Есть около 400 человек, последователей, учеников этой системы. И он готов это теперь развивать по миру. И он решил начать из Казахстана, потому что родина все-таки гимнастики Казахстан.
So, when you returned, how you find your land? Is there any changes for all these years, and is there any changes for yourself?
Kazakhstan certainly has changed. I remember Kazakhstan at time of Soviet Union breakdown. It was in 1991-1992, and I see that happening now. It is 2013 already.
За 20 с лишним лет. Во-первых, и у власти, и, скажем, во главе каких-то ведомств, науки,
After 20 years, there are quite serious and also imaginative and creative people in government power, and at the head of some departments and of science and some breakthrough sites. It's time of people like me, who have their own technology, their own programs. They have established themselves in Kazakhstan and beyond. How it will in 50 years, in 100 years. Kazakhstan is a platform that is open to all at the moment. I do not think that somewhere like in Japan, America, England or Russia is possible to create something basically new. It's so hard to introduce something new where it's already done, and good do it where the nation is ready for this and prerequisites are there. We are a developing country, and some of things can go very fast and effectively implement in these conditions.
Я не знаю, почему так получается, но где бы я ни был за рубежом, это Россия, это было в Греции, в Афинах, почему-то от Казахстана...
I do not know why, but no matter where I was abroad, on a Hajj in Saudi Arabia, in Russia, in Greece, in Athens, everywhere people are waiting for something from Kazakhstan. And if it's not rare, then maybe this is some kind of regularity, and such people like me will bring something to the world, beginning from Kazakhstan. I think this is the main reason why the AIKUNE was given to Kazakh men in Kazakhstan, and not to Englishmen in England or Russian in Russia, the Germans in Germany. And this is probably the reason why I came back here. It was started in Kazakhstan, and from the people of nation it will go further. My role is small in this. I just got where I should, and I will carry my burden, my mission as long as I can. All the rest, this is for the people, and the nation should complete everything.
And so, talking about AIKUNE, is it the last target that you want to succeed in?
Я делаю то, что делали мои предки по отцовской и материнской линии столетиями.
I am a healer in fact in life. I do what my ancestors on the paternal and maternal lines done for centuries. That is my grandparents, great-grandparents treated like me now, and did everything the same as well. AIKUNE is something else. I started in 1991, then gymnastics, and since 1998 I have pursued enlightenment. In healing, it is the highest point, when you learn to be healthy and create technologies of self-improvement. As a healer, as a professional, I have reached the highest point in 32 years, and there is no above in healing. Now I have to popularize the thing. I do not know where to move next, with only a breadth and depth of the course.
When he came back, Abay Magomedov obviously understood that only motherland and spirit of steppes of Kazakhstan can inhale life in his creation. And soon, AIKUNE will make famous our country all over the world. Good luck!